this would be challenging. I've done it one time on foot at a very busy time of day. And as you can see, there's a lot of traffic here. Came in a big ceramic cup. Wayne's coffee. The name is a bit unfortunate for me as a Canadian because every time I see Wayne, all I think about is Wayne's World. This is a mummy chicken wrap. Mummy or mummy? I don't really know, but there's the packaging. Just got picked up by my second Grab driver. Worked out really well. I'm not used to things being this efficient and this easy to do. And it looks like they're famous. They have a lot of articles in the newspaper about their history. I read something about how it's 80 years old and been a family-run operation. I believe 3 sisters run it today. And they have a chart here that gives you all of the step-by-step instructions for making this kind of coffee. So I'm heading off on another small Planet Doug adventure. It might turn into a bit of an exploration of local coffee. I'm meeting a friend of mine for coffee at a Wayne's outlet. And Wayne is, I don't know where it's based. This shop right here on the corner, Highlands, that seems to be the biggest, or at least the most popular modern coffee chain here, Highlands. But I've also seen a lot of outlets called Wayne or Wayne's. And I'm meeting my friend at a Wayne's at a modern commercial tower, a big shopping complex with a big tower. Nice place to sit, really spacious, good Wi-Fi, air conditioning. A lot of people spend entire days there with their mobile office, just set up a laptop or a tablet and they work out of these coffee shops all day here. It seems to be very common. So that's where I'm heading right now. And of course, as you can see, going there by Grab. According to the Grab app, it's 20,000 dong to get from here. It's like 2 kilometers from here to Vitel. I met up with my friend there before, same guy. And I walked there. And there's a fascinating way to get there on foot, going through all these narrow alleyways. But whenever I do that, I end up arriving hot and sweaty and already kind of stressed out. So this time I'm taking a Grab to get there. I'll arrive nice and fresh and cool, enjoy the coffee. Going through quite a crazy intersection, as you can see. And then perhaps I'll walk back. And I just learned about a local coffee shop, very old style, very traditional, popular with locals, but also very popular with foreign visitors, called Cheo Leo. And that was another option for meeting up this morning, but it's also an open air sort of place, so it's going to be very hot, probably uncomfortable. Plastic chairs, plastic tables, but they're supposed to make very good local coffee in a traditional way. So my idea right now is to go have modern coffee at Wayne, going there by Grab, doing everything the modern way, and then I'm going to walk back and stop off at Cheo Leo for a traditional coffee experience. That's the idea anyway. So here's the road that my Grab driver is currently navigating. Because of my complicated life of technology, I have to do something unusual to get a Grab because I have Grab on one phone, like my working copy of Grab is on one phone, but my SIM card is in the other phone. So I have to bring both phones, turn on the one with my SIM card, turn on a mobile hotspot, connect it to my Grab phone, And then I was able to make a connection with this guy to come pick me up. And yeah, he picked me up right outside of Adenia Hotel. So far, seems like a pretty easy trip for him and getting him. But it only took maybe a minute and a half for him to come find me. Of course, I'm sitting here making a big deal out of taking a Grab motorcycle like it's a huge adventure. And of course, it's something that everybody else does a dozen times a week or more, but it's a little bit unusual for me, so it does feel like a big adventure. Funny thing is that when you hear that level of honking from a Canadian point of view, you think, wow, somebody must be really, really angry. But they aren't here, that honking. It just means they're letting people know where they are. They're just signaling everyone, be aware, I'm here, I'm merging, I'm here, I'm merging. I haven't seen a single Wayne yet, but we passed 3 different Highlands coffee outlets, and they're always packed with people. They're really busy. They just have a reputation right now as the place to go. Still waiting to see a Wayne, but there's the VTEL tower up there. You can see that big, tall tower with the red sign on it, VTEL. I always find it interesting how the world completely changes depending on your transportation. Because coming here by Grab bike feels like the easiest thing in the world to do. I just, I hopped on the back of this motorcycle and boom, we're there. So easy. But had I come here on foot, it would have been a major adventure. Enjoyable adventure, but still a pretty big adventure nonetheless. And of course, when you're on a motorcycle like this, you see the big, busy streets, the busy intersections. Oh, look at this, this bus is trying to cut through. So now it becomes a battle of wills. It's like playing chicken. And who eventually gives in. Yeah, making left-hand turns here is not that easy to do. Yeah, just letting people know we're coming through. I think the friend that I'm meeting will be very proud of me that I came here by Grab. He's used to me walking everywhere, and to be honest, if I'd walked here, this intersection, this roundabout right here, this would be challenging. I've done it one time on foot at a very busy time of day. And as you can see, there's a lot of traffic here. And getting across on foot at night during rush hour on the other side, I wasn't on this side, I was on the other side, but that was really challenging. So we gotta thread our way here, and he's trying to go all the way around the circle. Awesome. There we go. We made it, more or less. In the last section, he just has to turn left here to get into VTEL. Again, just sort of a threading the needle. And there it is, Wayne's Coffee. Oh, it is possessive. Wayne's Coffee right there. Thank you. And right ahead is the coffee bean and tea leaf. What's the 20 and 30? It's okay. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, I don't want to forget. I can't figure it out. All right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. So here he is, best Grab driver in Ho Chi Minh City. Thank you. So he's back out there to do battle once more. And here I am in the middle of modern Ho Chi Minh City. I almost took off with his helmet. I do that all the time. Again, I blame it on the GoPro. I'm just so involved in the filming, capturing my location and telling the story that, yeah, I just hop off and I'm just about to walk away. And he reminded me, oh, no, dude, you've got my helmet. So yeah, the coffee bean and tea leaf, this may be a Malaysian chain. I saw a lot of them in Malaysia. I associate that chain with Malaysia. Wayne's, I'm not entirely sure. So, yeah, I'm not sure if my friend is here yet or not. So the coffee experience here is going to be pretty much what you'd expect. Modern. It's basically like a Starbucks. And I'm not going to be filming my coffee with my friend. We're just here for a good long chin wag, as they say. I'm watching the Jeeves and Wooster television series right now. So I feel like I'm British, so I can say things like get together for a chin wag. But yeah, just I'll walk through for a second just to show you the place. Hello. Yeah, I think my friend is here. Okay. I think he's here. So yeah, just walk through and show you the place, what it looks like. As I said, it's a major workstation for everyone. Everybody's here doing business, running their home businesses from their laptops or schoolwork, things like that. And that's what my friend does when he comes here as well. He's running a bunch of, yeah, some nice seating here as well. So he's not here yet. I'll message him and we'll meet up in a minute. Yeah, here we are. Wayne's Coffee has all the drinks that you would expect. So the modern coffee shop experience, continuing through table service. So we had a little number on our table, placed an order, and they brought it right to our table. And I went crazy and ordered, I usually get a hot latte. That's my go-to drink for some reason. It just became my thing. And then here I saw up on the screen, coconut latte. So that is what I have. This is what it looks like. Just looks like a standard sort of latte, but I'm told they add a shot of coconut. So we're gonna give that a try. Since drinking in came in a big ceramic cup, Wayne's Coffee. The name is a bit unfortunate for me as a Canadian because every time I see Wayne, all I think about is Wayne's World, the movie. So it's like Wayne's, it doesn't seem high class to me, but trying the taste. Not bad. I mean, if you're into coconut is strongly flavored in there. But I don't know if there's very much latte going on. It feels like black coffee with coconut. Yeah, nice for a change. I love coconut. Coconut is one of those weird things that, as a kid when I grew up, they would sprinkle coconut on top of cookies and things like that. And every time someone came out with a tray of cookies, we're all excited. And then if I saw either raisins or coconut, I just reacted badly. It's like, ugh, coconut, why would you put that on a cookie? But now in my adult life, I just love the flavor of coconut. I think it's so good. I love it on just about everything. So, yeah, one more sip, then I'll shut down my GoPro for the chin wag. I promised my friend a good chin wag. That's nice. I like that a lot. Yeah, very pleased. So here we are, modern coffee shop. Wayne's World, Wayne's Coffee. And from here, I'm probably going to walk back to my hotel. So I will go down that alleyway that I was talking about. I already shot video before, but I'll do it a second time. Or I might take another grab just to stay nice and dry. We'll see. But I'm thinking about going to the more traditional coffee shop, Cheo Leo. I have no idea where that name came from. But as I said, they make coffee in a traditional way. And apparently it's popular with locals and tourists. They give people tours of the place and teach them how they make local Vietnamese coffee. And we'll see what that ends up being like. All right, shutting down. I'll come back in a few minutes. Still here at Wayne's. And this friend of mine, he's the master of food delivery. The last time we were here, we actually came here and he ordered a Chinese food feast. And we ate it at some tables outside of Wayne's. And now he's ordered some wraps, some burrito wraps. So I'm looking for a table for us. A little bit nervous about the weather. I had plans to go to this other coffee shop, as I said, a traditional Vietnamese place. Or at least they make coffee in a traditional Vietnamese style. But wind is picking up and there seems to be, I don't know, it just feels like rain is on its way. You can see how strong the wind is. Every time this happens, there's a major storm being blown across the city. I can see some rain clouds, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, we're gonna sit out here and enjoy a wrap for a little while. I'm under orders to come out here and pick the perfect table, so you know it's going to be the worst table you can find. He'll come out and say, no, not there. And then he'll pick a different table for us. But we'll see. Yeah, the wind is so strong out here. My gosh. This is not looking good in terms of my wandering habits. You can see those dark clouds up there just blowing past that opening between the buildings. There's rain up there waiting to come down. So as I suspected, my first table choice is like, nah, it's not quite right. We were out in the sun a little bit, in the wind a little bit, many other things wrong with it. So now we've moved to this table, which, yeah, we still got the wind. The rain is coming. I'm a little bit nervous. And yeah, my friend is a master of ordering food and having it delivered. I envy him that skill. So we've got something here. Thought I'd show it on video just to get a complete record of my day. This is a mummy chicken wrap. Mummy or mummy? I don't really know, but there's the packaging. Looks like they've even got, I admire this sort of organization. They have all of their dishes on the wrapping. So you can see all the different things that they can make right there. Chicken kebab wrap, cheese chicken wrap, egg, on and on and on. Any wrap you want. And then inside the bag was an advertisement for chai paranta. And I was just saying that it would serve me well if I could master this, like ordering food to be delivered via Grab, if I could order things like this to my hotel. Which I've never really done myself. I've often found the ordering process and then arranging to meet the guy outside. He can't find the place. We got to communicate. It ends up being more of a hassle than just going out to the restaurant. But who knows? Maybe you just have to figure out the method and get it right. But anyway, let's see what's in here. Oh, it's nice and warm. Yeah, got a lot of wind. You got to hold everything down. So it comes in a aluminum foil, the wrapping. It's a heavy thing. This is going to be a filling, good meal. Look at that. So this is the burrito wrap.
Yes.
So this is their burrito wrap. Let's see if I can unfold it, show what it looks like. Looks like there might be a lot of sauce or a lot of cheese in there, something. Let's dive in. If I close my eyes on the very first bite, we're into something very special. That is so good. I'm just enjoying it. That is really nice. I've had these sandwiches lately, things like banh mi, and when I was in Kuala Lumpur, just before I left, I had some sort of sandwichy things. And I sort of criticized them at the beginning, but that's because I took a bite from the end, and it was just all bread, and I had to bite through all this bread until I got to the good stuff in the middle. This is good stuff, end to end. So even my very first bite. I don't know what I'm tasting though, but it's really good. A lot of flavor, really good spicing. Yeah, that was really nice. And there's a little bit of, just a touch of some hot spiciness there at the end in your throat. Gives it some really nice flavor. I like that a lot. The sauce, have you got a handle on, you got the same thing I did?
No, I got the gyro chicken wrap.
But it's almost like a French salad dressing or French salad dressing on there. Yeah, that's really good. I need that Relive picture. Oops. Yeah, I have to get a haircut just to get rid of this this mess that shows up every time I'm.
Can I take a picture for you?
Sure. Why not? You're gonna have to turn it around for the. So.
It's fine.
I'm losing everything. There we go.
All right. Be careful back.
Yeah.
Sandwich will fly out.
Just falling all over the place. All right, that was Modern Coffee here in Ho Chi Minh City. And I decided not to walk to get to the traditional Vietnamese coffee place. I'm going to save my energy for when I get there. So I'm going to be a modern human being from a modern coffee shop and order a Grab to take me there. And from what I can tell from the system, the Grab wouldn't normally come all the way in here to pick you up. They have a pickup point out here, so I'm going to come here outside of this VTEL complex right up there. So take a good look, soak all of that in. Wayne's Coffee back there, the coffee bean and tea leaf. And then after a Grab ride, we'll be at a more traditional place and see how the experience compares. I'm looking forward to this. So here we are on the second or third or fourth part of this coffee drinking adventure. Just got picked up by my second Grab driver. Worked out really well. I'm not used to things being this efficient and this easy to do. Oh. Again, I'm so used to driving on the left from Malaysia and Indonesia. I kept expecting us to cut across traffic, but you drive on the right-hand side here. It's only about 1 kilometer to get to this Cheo Leo coffee shop. And I think at some point we're going to be turning left. So he's maneuvering closer to the inner lane, I think. Maybe right here we're turning left, I'm not sure. Yeah, there we go. Nicely done, threaded the needle. see a lot of traditional bicycle traffic anymore, but you see a little bit from time to time. Since I'm shooting video, I haven't been able to look at my phone to track our progress, but I assume we're on the track, right track to get to this place. I'm guessing this is another left-hand turn. Maybe not. Oh yeah. All right. I guess down this little alleyway makes sense. The environment looks right for this type of traditional coffee shop. Not even sure what it, oh yeah, right there. Perfect. Oh. Oh. Can you do that? There you go. 20,000. Yeah. And that's okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ooh. So. Grab driver, and here it is, the Cheo Leo Cafe. A very typical local neighborhood place. Checking my pockets, nothing has fallen out. And off he goes to his next customer. So, yeah, here's the name of it. Cheo Leo Cafe. And it looks like they're famous. They have a lot of articles in the newspaper about their history. I read something about how it's 80 years old and been a family-run operation. And I believe 3 sisters run it today. And they have a chart here that gives you all of the step-by-step instructions for making this kind of coffee. And they make it in traditional clay pots. Yeah, I'll have to look at that a little bit more carefully. And then here's the seating inside here. A couple of tables out there, and here's one meant for 2. So, yeah, I think they get a lot of foreigners like me coming here for a traditional local coffee experience. You can get coconut water, they accept bank transfers, pay in advance, and then they have the menu here, all the different types of coffee. Hot, weak coffee with condensed milk, iced weak, hot coffee, iced coffee. So I'm not really sure. This is weak, and this would be normal. Cafe, Sua. I think Hong is hot, Sua is milk. So this would be hot milk coffee. And I assume that's what I'm going to get. And I think it is prepared like this, with the condensed milk on the bottom, and then the coffee is poured on top. This is Sua condensed milk, and it looks like it's pasteurized before serving the milk, so the milk is heated up and added. And then, yeah, coffee poured through a filter. Ah, this is interesting. Tap water is stored in a clay pot for 2 to 3 days to get rid of any smell. So it's the best water supply. on a giant charcoal oven, steel pot, boiling tap water, clay pots. And the clay pots are often used to cook herbs. In this way, they can retain the beverage's distinct fragrance. And ground coffee filtered in the cloth, filtered 2 times. First time, boiled water. Second time, goes through 2 times. All right, so how Cheo Leo coffee is brewed. Let's put in an order. So I'm all settled in at my table, and you get a nice iced tea. This is really nice, very light flavor, but very tasty. And the coffee is quite nice. It's a very small amount, of course. It comes almost like an espresso. Just leaving from Cheo Leo. That's it there behind me. You can sort of hear the disco music playing. It's like a little bit like leaving from a nightclub for me. And I got the impression that they transformed the place when I showed up. When I came in to take a seat, the woman came out, turned on all the fans. There were other people there, but all the fans were off. But as soon as I came in and sat down, she came rushing in and turned on all the fans. And it was nice and quiet when I showed up. But I think for me, they had to make it a little bit more exciting. And they, turned on some music. But she doesn't know that I'm there hoping to shoot some video. And then, of course, as soon as there's music playing, I can't record anything. But that's all right. Yeah, it's the best thing about coffee at a place like that for me was the tea. They served this ice cold, very lightly flavored, but very tasty tea. And there was a big tub there where you could refill your cup as many times as you'd like. And the tea was really good and very refreshing. And the second best thing was just the feeling of being in a local neighborhood. While I was sitting there, all kinds of people went back and forth along the street on bicycles and with push carts and things like that, shouting out the names of the dish or the vegetable or the coconut or whatever it was they were selling. And a lot of local older men came in and sat down with their friends to have a cup of coffee. Just looking at the menu and the newspaper articles, it sort of looked like it was a place that caters more to foreign visitors like me, and yet everybody there seemed to be an older man from the neighborhood. So it felt very local being in there. And so I'm going to walk back to my hotel, and I set off down this alleyway. Ho Chi Minh is just jammed with these alleyways that are so interesting. I stopped here because there's this temple here. Look at that. Den Song Som. But yeah, when you walk down one of these alleyways, one of these laneways, you never quite know what you're going to run into. Quite often, when you're out on the main street, you'll see a little place selling some spring rolls or some other snacky food. And then when you go down one of the nearby alleyways like this, you'll come across the house where somebody is actually cooking all those things. And then they bring them out to the main streets to sell them. This is another transportation company here with these turquoise-colored bikes. I think that company is owned by the Vin company, and I think all of their scooters and their taxis are all electric. So I'm hoping to get a ride on one of those at one point. I guess that's a competitor for Grab. I've linked up with a slightly larger street. And it's 1 to 2 kilometers back to my hotel. And I think I'll try to make my way through these small streets as much as possible. Instead of following the big one, I'll just cross here into this slightly smaller lane, keep going in this direction. See what's down there. Yeah, a lot of local cafes. I mean, this looks like a very interesting place to have a cup of coffee as well, right? Little cafe right on the corner. The place where I just was, Cheo Leo, I ended up there because a friend of a friend recommended it. Just mentioned it as a place where we could all meet up for a cup of coffee and a chat. And I didn't end up going there this morning. Went to Wayne's instead. And I thought on my way back, hey, I'll check out this more traditional place. But I think you could have just as much of a local experience on your own. You don't really need a recommendation for a really nice or place with a reputation. Just pick one of these alleyways, basically go down there, go down there, go down here, and eventually you're going to come across a dozen little places where you could have a snack or hot drink or a cold drink. I mean, look at this place right here. Amazing. I think I need a photograph of that. So I just took a picture of that place, little coffee stand or drink stand right outside the hair salon, and right beside it, here's another one. Coffee Trasua, something like that. So yeah, you get the idea. Another one right there, Cafe Nguyen Chat Pa Mei. And look at this, heading down this alleyway, ton of places as well. There's one right here, actually, standing right in front of another coffee shop. Coffee is big business and small local business here all at the same time. I don't think I've seen this many coffee shops in like one area as anywhere else in my life. There's such a high concentration of them here. It's incredible. You don't have to go very far to find neighborhoods like this. I think the main street is just one half a block over. I'm not sure if I can get to the main street in this direction. I think I have to go down. Yeah, there's a, looks like it's a dead end over here. But yeah, look how beautiful it is back here. So green. And then another alleyway over there. This might be a dead end down this alleyway, but I'm going to find out. All the local women there playing some sort of traditional game. Let's see. Can I turn left and keep going? No. It doesn't look like it. But I think I can escape this way. I have to zigzag to get out of here. A maze of interconnected alleyways. But as I said, you might feel like you're deep in the city here. Well, you are, but what I mean is far away from any main roads. But the main road is just off to my left, short distance. But it looks like I have to backtrack quite a bit in order to get down there. Yeah. I ran into an unexpected dead end. I thought I could get further in that first laneway than I could. I have a feeling like I'm backtracking, but no, this is so interesting. I love the greenery in particular. I'm used to a lot of alleyways like this from living in Taipei. I feel like I'm in a Chinatown. I don't know why, but I have that feeling. But this alleyway feels like a lot of the alleyways in Taipei. But in Taipei, you wouldn't get as much greenery, I don't think. All these plants that are on the balconies and growing out of pots. I don't remember seeing alleyways quite like this in Taipei. Feels very jungly back here. Yeah, I might have gotten myself completely turned around. I've lost all sense of direction. I'm back on a slightly busier street, heading towards an even busier one. The alleyways that I just happened to pick out there, they really did dead end. There was no way to keep going in that direction via the alleyways, so I have no choice but to backtrack a little bit. And this is where I am now, so I may stay on this busier street for a while. I don't think I've been in this direction, so it should be interesting. That is a crazy looking building over there. Avatar Karaoke Hotel. Karaoke Kingdom. Huh. So, following this street will bring me all the way back to my neighborhood. And I think I'll just follow along here, see what there is to see. Hello there, Poochie. Look at that little pooch. Hi there. How are you? Hey? Yours? Oh, it is. Yours? Hey there, little guy. It's like he wants to climb up on top and go somewhere, don't you? Hey, what do you think? What do you think? Everybody put your feet back on there. Scooter pooch. So that puppy think belongs to this man here. They control the scooter parking. Cute pup. Got caught in the rain, I think. Very muddy. Just spotted that big I don't think it's true French colonial, but just has a colonial look to it. That big white building over there. No idea what that could be. And this is the 3 o'clock, the coffee and tea shop. I guess back in the back there. And this place says it's open 24 hours a day. Garage coffee. So parking for your scooter and get a cup of coffee in there. Every coffee shop like that I look into seems to be filled with people working on their laptops. So I get the impression that there are a lot of freelance workers, or like not digital nomads, but digital locals who are working but don't have their own office space. And all these cafes have been turned into their local offices. They all work out of them. What have we got going on here? It's like a rare crossing without any kind of traffic lights that I can see. Oh, maybe they have, oh, there, they have them up there. So maybe they're eventually going to get a red light, okay. Now I can go across. Just have to thread the way. There might be a smaller street down here that I can follow. So if the lights are in my direction, I think I might cross over here and duck down a little bit. Head over there. All right, everybody's slowing down. All right. Away I go. And going this way might bring me by that big white building. I can figure out what it is. There's something going on here. I'm guessing hospital. I think this is a hospital building connected by a bridge to the other part of the hospital building. I'm just guessing that from the logo of the sign. And there's always a lot of activity around hospitals in this part of the world. Places like this. A lot of snack stalls, drink stalls. Because, yeah, when a member of your family is undergoing medical care, there's often a lot of delivering them for doctor visits, and then you have to hang out and wait, and then you have all these places where you can get something to eat while you're waiting. There we are, banh mi. You're never far away from a banh mi. I'll never starve in Ho Chi Minh City, that is for sure. There's that big white building again. There's the building I've been obsessing over. And when you see the symbol on the front, the logo, it clearly struck me as some sort of a government building. But as I've pointed out in previous videos, here in Vietnam, they tend not to translate things into English, anything on a building. But I just typed all of that. Oh my, I just lost it all. But I just typed all of that into Google Translate, and let me look it up again. And in English, it came back as Ho Chi Minh City Border Guard Command. And this is what it sounds like in Vietnamese.
Bộ Chỉ huy Bộ đội Biên phòng thành phố Hồ Chí Minh. Bộ Chỉ huy Bộ đội Biên phòng thành phố Hồ Chí Minh.
So that in Vietnamese translates as the City Border Guard Command. Something like that. So it's part of the military. So maybe I should stop taking video of it and move along. Not surprising to see an ambulance heading towards the hospital complex. And this looks very interesting. A Co.op Mart. I'm gonna pop inside there actually. I always need a place to stock up on instant coffee and things like that. So I've been keeping my eye open for any kind of a grocery store or big supermarket. This might be that kind of place. Hey there, little guy. Lonely puppy. Oh, two of them. Now we have friends. This poor little guy was crying. Hello.
Má bạn này với mình cho hàng luôn. Một đen luôn, với mình cái lục trước luôn. Thật cho ai? Thật luôn. Không biết sớm, tôi đen. Đá thì cái sổ ra này hết rồi.
Cutie pies.
Điểm đi không bạn? Bạn nghe điểm đi không? Để này luôn đi.
Anyway, I hope they have a good, happy life, these two puppies. Nice, long, happy life. I do wonder whether these guys, the scooter seller, they're scooter parking guys, maybe they run a little side business selling puppies. It's not totally unbelievable. So how do we get across here? But yeah, this guy, he has the puppy in the little bag there. I'm just following these pedestrian crosswalks to get across, head into the supermarket.
Where you go?
Co.op.
Co.op Mart.
Yeah.
Shop.
Yeah, go shop. I don't speak Vietnamese.
Where you go?
Here? Co.op Mart.
Mart.
Yeah, Co.op Mart. So I'm okay, just there. No, I'm okay.
Right?
Huh?
I am maximum book.
No.
Very good, number one.
No, I'm okay.
Where you go?
I go there?
Where you from?
Canada.
Canada.
From Canada. Douglas.
Jackie.
Douglas. Anyway, going across. Thank you. Well, there we go. Time to head across. And see if I can find some instant coffee creamer, things like that. Maybe, dare I dream, maybe even some cornflakes and powdered milk. Let's find out. I don't know how they feel about customers shooting video inside their store, but I guess we will find out. But hey, check this out. It's got everything. This whole lane is dedicated to breakfast foods, and they even have Kellogg's and Nestle cornflakes. Nestle Gold there for 70,000 dong. And that's also one of the fun things about being overseas or being in a new country. You're amazed at everything. Like finding, like this is just a big giant store that sells everything. Fresh produce, packaged goods, electronics, fresh produce over there, soap, shampoo, toothbrushes. I mean, anything you could want is in here somewhere. And of course, that's normal. If you're in your home country and you went to a big supermarket, you think, well, here I am at a supermarket. I come here. I'm just so delighted to find this place. It's like finding hidden treasure. I'm just so happy to be here. But I still haven't found coffee. Maybe somewhere else. So anyway, I'm going to wander around, try to find the coffee section. Just passing by the produce section, there's a big display of eggplant over there. Reminded me the last time I was filming eggplant was at a big supermarket in Kuala Lumpur, and then one of the store employees came while I was filming the eggplant and said, "Sir, you can't take video in here." So I got shut down filming the eggplant. But anyway, I found the coffee. Here, these so far they're, oh yeah, look. Mainly 3-in-1 mixes, but I think somewhere in here, this is what I was looking for. I do like Coffee Mate. And I want to find packages of just straight up instant coffee in a bag. I assume I'll be able to find it here somewhere. Success in a manner of speaking. I did find instant coffee, but I had to buy the good stuff. They didn't really have any of the cheaper stuff in a bag. So I was forced to buy Nescafe Golden, the premium instant coffee. I tried to find local instant, but they only had the stuff that you would have to brew, like pour through a filter, that sort of thing. So yeah, I just prefer pure instant. But anyway, checking out now, paying for it. Purchase done. I found these checkout counters that were the cash registers that were away from the main area. So there's almost nobody here, sort of wide open. So I've got my purchases, just putting them away inside my knapsack. I am something of a student of human behavior, and I always like watching how people behave in public settings. And I did notice here, like the woman in front of me in the line, she was finished her purchase. She paid with a credit card or a bank system, eWallet, something, and got her receipt. And then she just stood there and stood there and stood there and stood there because she's looking at her phone, looking at the transaction, comparing it to the receipt, looking at no one in the line could move forward. I was next and she was done, but then she just refused to move until she was completely satisfied with everything to do with her transaction, just blocking the way, not letting anybody else through. And I think she was just completely unaware that she was blocking the way. It's just something that people in some countries do, and yeah, other places they don't. And here in Vietnam is one of those places, right, where they, yeah, I mean, when you're parking, when you're stopping to tie your shoelaces, to look at your phone, you just stop wherever you are, and you're not really aware of the people around you, and then you just block the way for everyone. But yeah, that's just how it works. There's my exit from the supermarket. Yeah, a lot of the scooter parking back here, and I don't know where the front is. I think it's over in this direction, so I have to somehow find my way to the back of the store to get oriented. Once again, as a pedestrian, I think I find myself somewhat out of luck because everything is meant for people on scooters, and I'm trying to exit on foot, and I basically have to go out the scooter exit because there's no there's no way, no pedestrian exit, so hopefully they'll just wave me on through. I don't have to pay. Walking in. Those look like the charges for parking here. It's probably quite reasonable, I would think. I don't know what any of that means, but all right. I'm back at where I went in, so I'm oriented once again. What a find, a treasure trove. Co.op Mart. Better take a picture of this so I remember it. It turns out that this Co.op supermarket is right near my hotel. I didn't realize how close I was, but just up ahead here is the park, the corner of the park where my hotel is located, so it's not far away at all. Pretty busy street. Right there. I'm just coming up on the intersection where my park begins, right over there. I think it starts off with the bus terminal. So I'm not sure if this is controlled by lights. I don't think it is. So I think I just walk across and let everybody go around me. And on this side, there we go. Awesome intersection. You can stand here for a long time. You get a real slice of life as far as the traffic is concerned. Nice roundabout. Yeah, no traffic lights on any corner for this one. You just go around in a circle, find your way. And I'll continue walking along here for a little bit. My park is over there on the right. I didn't get any video of it for obvious reasons maybe, but I just had an interesting experience there where my Rode Wireless Go microphone is malfunctioning. I've actually had 3 sets of Rode Wireless Go microphones. Every set has had a problem with the power button on the receiver. Quite often they'll just break down and the power button won't work at all. And right now I'm having a lot of trouble with my receiver. You can hold down the power button for as long as you want, wiggling it around, pushing it on different angles, wiggling it, moving it, to try and get it to make a connection and turn on the receiver. And yeah, eventually you can get it to turn on, but it takes a long, long time. So what I end up doing is I turn it on in the morning when I'm in my room, and then I leave it on for the entire day until the battery runs out. Because if you turn it off in the middle of the day when you're not using it, you don't know whether you're going to be able to get it back on again. So I just leave it on. It's really annoying. This is where I am, by the way, walking along the far side of the park. This is where the bus terminal is. Anyway, I was online as I seem to be on Google 24 hours a day, looking for solutions to all my technology problems. And this is my latest one, and I'm typing into Google Rode Wireless Go receiver, power button defective, doesn't work, won't turn on, things like that. And I'm going down all the deep rabbit holes, all the forums, all over the world, people experiencing the same problem, trying to find solutions. And one guy said, yeah, he fixed his, and it turned out the problem was there was some gunk, some dust and dirt and sand blocking the contact in the power button. And what he did was get an air compressor and blast air around the power button until he dislodged all of the gunk, and then it worked fine after that. So I thought, well, that sounds pretty reasonable to me. So just now I was passing by this mechanic shop, and a man was out on the sidewalk with a powerful air compressor, and he was blasting the sidewalk, clearing away dirt and dust and dead leaves. And I thought, aha, this looks pretty convenient. And I just walked up to the guy and took a minute or so, a lot of pointing and body language to get him to understand that, can you take that powerful air compressor of yours and blast it into this little microphone that I have? And he eventually said, oh, all right, that's what you want. And he grabbed it and just whoosh, blasted air around the power button, exactly how I wanted him to do it. And it didn't do anything. It didn't fix anything. It didn't clean out anything. So it was a good idea. I'm glad I tried it, but it didn't work. I did send an email to Rode about the problem, and they wrote back to me and they said, well, if it's still under warranty, bring it in and see if you can get it repaired under warranty. But if it's not under warranty, nothing we can do. So they were very nice in the email, so that was fine. But of course, here in Ho Chi Minh City, I think trying to get a Rode microphone receiver serviced under warranty is not going to be a very happy experience. Might not even, even if you could do it, maybe it would just take weeks to get a replacement or something. So I guess I'm just going to fight through the problem for now. Anyway, as always, back in my neighborhood, I'm often ending up at this intersection. My hotel is just down there, a short distance. So, as always, I'm just going to walk this way, get back to my hotel. And this will be the end of my morning's small adventures, though these adventures are stretching into the mid-afternoon now. So that's it, shutting down the GoPro. Yeah, I kind of enjoyed that. A comparison of modern Vietnam coffee shop, traditional Vietnamese coffee shop, and a little bit of a walk through a local neighborhood, and the discovery of an amazing modern supermarket. So it's good to know, it's always good to know where those places are in case you need to buy a kettle, a pot, toothpaste, instant coffee, eggplant, whatever you need. You can find everything there at that Co.op supermarket. So that's it, shutting down. And as always, I'll see you in the next video from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Hello there, Poochie. Look at that little pooch. Hi there. How are you? Hey? Yours? Oh, it is. Yours? Hey there, little guy. It's like he wants to climb up on top and go somewhere, don't you? Hey? What do you think? What do you think? Everybody put your feet back on there. Scooter pooch. Hey there, little guy. Lonely puppy. Oh, two of them. Now we have friends. This poor little guy was crying. Hello.
Bán bạn này giống mình cho hàng luôn. Một đen luôn, giống mình cái lục giống luôn. Thật cho ai? Thật luôn. Không xám đen. Đá gì nó sổ